Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Maled Eats. I'm Maled, we'll be eating. And today we're gonna be making Carla Lali's fried fish sandwich. And it's the perfect time because it's Lent for a lot of my followers, subscribers. Yay, shout out Catholics. She just came out with this video last week maybe. And now we've been getting a lot of hype about the Popeyes fish sandwich. So I figured it's a perfect time for the fish video. So it's not really hard, just breading and sauce and that's it, as I demonstrate ever so graciously in this video. We will be using lettuce. Now I have said that lettuce before is a waste of time and space, but not in this sandwich because it provides crunchy texture that you wouldn't find elsewhere. Yeah, so let's start by making the tartar sauce. All right, so to make this tartar sauce, we're gonna start with 1 cup of sour cream. Yeah, that's about 1 cup. I don't like to use measurements, so you should learn how to cook without measurements. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Probably should have shaken this before. Okay, that's better. That's 1/4 cup. And then 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, which is not an instrument. That's about right. And then we're going to, the recipe calls for cornichons, but I couldn't find any. So good old-fashioned pickles will be fine. It says 6 cornichons, which is about like 3 pickle long thingies, and then we're just gonna cut that into little tiny pieces, like the same size you would find in a regular tartar sauce. If you've never made tartar sauce before, then it's about, I don't know, it's like a cube. I feel like you'll figure it out. You're smart. You're a smart cook. So then add your pickles into the mixture, and then we're going to chop our capers. I'm not really sure what capers are, but I know that they taste good. That's important. You're gonna roughly chop them. If you think it's too salty, then just rinse them a little and add them in. And you're gonna use 1 teaspoon of onion powder. That's about right. And salt. Nice pepper. Okay. And then we're gonna whisk it. Now let's taste it. What does it need? A little more salt. All right. And that's your tartar sauce, all done. You could make this up to 2 days in advance and leave it in the fridge, or you can make it same day, up to you. Now to bread your fish, you're gonna need 3 things: flour, a liquid, and breadcrumbs. So flour is pretty simple. Whatever you have, usually you have all-purpose flour. And then for the liquid, we're also gonna be using buttermilk, so take in about 3/4 cup. For breadcrumbs, we're gonna be using panko breadcrumbs, which provide the crispiest texture for any fried breaded object. I'm only making 3 because I'm alone.
Boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
So make as many as you need. You're gonna start off with the flour. Make sure to get in there with the flour, dust off any extra, and then into the buttermilk it goes. Let any extra drip off, and then into the panko. Make sure to press in the breadcrumbs to get a nice even layer. And make sure to make a mess, because if you're not making a mess, you're doing it wrong. Usually you'd have one hand for dry, one hand for wet, but some things just don't go according to plan, and that's okay. And now, just like Carla, whose recipe this is, I have battered fingers. I can't fry these, so I will wash my hands and we'll be right back.
15 minutes later.
And now you're gonna heat about 2 cups of vegetable oil over medium heat until a breadcrumb sizzles when you drop it in. And then lay your fillets into the oil and cook for 2 to 3 minutes until they're golden brown, and then flip and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Once it's cooked, take them out onto a paper towel, let the excess oil drain, and then season with salt. All right, and that is how you prepare everything for your filet o fish, for your sandwich, for your fish sandwich. So let's assemble. Now, I mentioned the lettuce. I will mention it again. Lettuce is a waste of space, but not in this case, because you need something crunchy and green to counteract with the fried fish and the tangy sauce, and it's worth it. So start off with toasted bread, and then lay a piece of lettuce, and then grab your fried fishness, and then on the other piece of bread put some tartar sauce, as we're calling it, and you made a fish sandwich. Now look at how nice and beautiful that looks, huh? I'm expecting a call from McDonald's sometime soon. McDonald's who? Let's get a perfect bite right here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you try this recipe. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And subscribe, turn on post notifications for alerts on when I post. And I'll see you next time on Maled Eats. Out. And Siri, stop. Jesus.